What's up, guys? Daywin here. Today we're going to be taking a peek at my Season 2 Crusader. This is going to be strictly a progression video. I'm going to go over the gear choices, the gym choices, as well as the current build that I'm running. Right now, we're at T4. I could probably safely bump it up to T5, but I'm trying to go through this progression just a little slowly. The damage output is there. I'm wrecking T4, especially since I got my furnace to drop last night. It's been cakewalk since then. I could bump it up, but right now I really would like a few more pieces of gear to drop before I do that. So let's dive right in. First, let's take a look at my skills. The first ability I'm using is Punish Roar. Reason being, Roar is just one of the better runes that I've used with Punish. I do have a lot of gear that's actually increasing my Punish damage, so I'm just trying to synergize and take advantage of that extra damage. My secondary choice is Shield Bash Crumble. I am trying to kind of go towards a fire build, but the real reason is I'm playing with the Roland set, just trying to get used to the gameplay in that. And I find that Shield Bash and Crumble are putting out the best damage. I've got some big boosts to my damage with Shield Bash, so right now it's working out really well. One of my other abilities is Bowman. I love this ability. I have the shield that double casts this, so each time I get a monster load of Bowman out, each one is critting for 5, 6, 7 million, at least on T4. It's really good for clearing trash mobs. It's even great for clearing the elites. My secondary ability that I love using is Heaven's Fury Ascendancy. I really love how fast it burns down the trash mobs. It's a great ability to use right now. One of the laws I'm using is, of course, critical. That increase to attack speed and critical hit damage is awesome. It really comes in handy on elite packs, and with my cooldown reduction, while it's not quite the 50 something percent that we need to run as a Crusader, it's getting up there, so it's actually cooldown on these abilities are really awesome. My other ability that I'm choosing to use is Akrot's Champion Firestarter. Great build, pretty self-explanatory. Boosts your damage, boosts everything while you have it. Everything dies much faster while this is turned on. Eventually you want to kind of play the Akon set, increase your cooldown reduction to over 50% so you can almost have this at permanent. For my passives, the first one I'm using is pretty much every passive every Crusader uses. Heavenly Strength. Great, great ability. There's not much to say about this passive. There's a reason why it's the default passive, and it's an awesome one. Second passive is Holy Cause. It's just a straight 10% damage increase. Can't really argue with that. Gives you a little bit of life healing, but mostly for the damage increase. Towering Shield. Interesting choice. Not many go with this one. Increases the punish damage, the shield bash damage. I'm not running shield glare, but it is a possibility in the future. Right now I'm using it for the extra damage for punish and shield bash. My fourth passive is pretty much, a lot of Crusaders use this one. Gain 1.5% strength for every gem socketed into your gear. Basically, more gems you have, more strength you have, and the more damage you output. Alright, so let's take a quick look at my gear. So as I already mentioned, got this furnace to drop last night. Of course, it's non-ancient. Those are really hard to come by. It rolled okay. I'm not going to say it rolled perfectly, but it rolled okay. It already rolled with the socket. I just had to re-roll. I believe it was life regain to the 10% damage. Rolled with a pretty high strength number for being a non-ancient, so I'm pretty happy about that. And the increased damage to elites is actually 47%. I believe the max is 50, so it rolled pretty perfect on that one. I would have loved to get max 50%, but I'm not going to argue with 47. The boots I'm using are Akon's boots. Like I said, eventually I am going to be switching to the Akon set. These just happen to be the best available to me. Really, I would like to increase the movement speed to 12%, but that's okay. Through Paragon, we were still able to get max move speed. The shield, as I've already talked about, love this shield. Cast that ability twice, puts out a lot more damage. I'm also playing around with the Hell Skull. Um, they're not perfectly rolled shields, but enough to where I can try them out and see what works best for me. This one is just pretty much a straight 10% damage increase. I'm always going to be running a two-handed weapon, so this one could come in handy. The other one I was playing with, of course, is this one. It's a crafted shield. This one did not roll badly. 10% crit chance, cooldown reduction, all the bells and whistles you would normally want. Pretty high wrath cost reduction for shield bash. So maybe once I get a complete 6-piece roll-ins, I might switch back to this to try it out. Looking at my rings, I'm running Ring of Royal Grandeur. Like I said, it's not the best. It's the only one I currently have. I will be farming for something better. I would like to see one with a socket, and I would like to see one with either crit hit chance or damage. As you can see, first gem I'm choosing is my gem of Efficacious Toxin. I currently have it at about rank 17. Um, really trying to fight my way to 25 for this one. One of my favorite gyms in the game, so I always try to make this a priority in seasons. Pants, I'm using Depth Diggers. Alright, best I really have available to me. That 99% extra damage to punish, it's not bad. For my other ring, I'm really just using, this is the best ring I found. Um, it had pretty much everything I wanted to get. I would like better rolls, but I am running this with a rank 20 pain enhancer. Uh, that's actually a really awesome gem as well. Really love combining my poison gem and this gem. It really just melts down the trash mobs quickly. For my belt, now this is really cool. The Belt of the Trove. Basically every 8 seconds, bombardment is just automatically cast at a nearby enemy. Cool thing about this one is it frees up an ability slot. That is the key thing with this belt. I do not have to have bombardment on there, and the cooldown is only basically 8 seconds. That's pretty awesome. Um, I believe that when you do not have bombardment on your skills, you are casting the rune Targeted, which basically just fires all on one mob. That's not a bad ability. I've played around with it. So basically any rune you're using for bombardment, that's the rune that the belt will use as well. So you do have the possibilities of doing double impactful bombardments. Um, that one outputs probably the most damage, but I would rather have the free skill slot for something else. This is a really cool belt, and I do love playing with it. My bracers, very generic, best I have. Um, would like to get something else, but just haven't found anything yet. So I am using these in the meantime. Chest piece, basically for chest, shoulders, and hands, I'm running a 3-piece roll-ins, which gets me to the 4-piece bonus. Um, Reason why I'm kind of playing with roll-ins right now is I don't know if you guys are aware PTR 2.2 is out. They have been making some very nice changes with older sets for all the classes. Rollins is one of the ones that is receiving some extra attention. Um, on the PTR, I'm putting out some pretty strong damage. So my main goal in seasons this time around was to farm the roll-in set. So that way I at least have it ready to go once the season is over and the patch drops. All the other sets, Akon's pretty much not too different on the PTR than what it is on live, so I'm more excited for the roll-in set. For my necklace, very, very just basic necklace. It's not really rolled the way I want. I'm trying to get this one rolled correctly. I'm trying to roll the holy skills into a socket. That would be my ultimate goal. This one dropped last night as well, actually right after my furnace. I was quite shocked, but This is a great necklace. It rolled pretty decently. The gem I'm using in my necklace is Bane of the Powerful. I've tried Bane of the Trapped. I've tried several others. I really just like Bane of the Powerful and the synergy it provides with this build and with the gear choices I've made thus far. I don't have this one ranked up as high as I want, but I'm working on that as well. For the crown, I got a pretty decently rolled Leoric's crown, 98% increase in gem effectiveness, so that is pretty awesome. A max cooldown reduction gem, and this is good to go. The only bad thing about this one is no crit chance. I really need to try and find one with some crit chance. Eventually, I am going to switch to the Econ set, at least for the rest of this season. We're not expecting patch 2.2 until after the season is over, so there's no real reason to stick with Roland's. The damage output is good, but I think a con set is the one that's going to push me into T6 as far as my progression goes. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's been a pretty good, fair season, I would say. Um, but I'm always trying to look for better gear. Looking at my Paragon points, we'll do that real quick. Movement speed, I already had 10% on my boots, so I only needed an extra 15%. I really like maxing my move speed out, especially on a Crusader. Everything else I just throw into strength. For offense, right now, since I'm not primarily really going towards the Econ set, I have chosen to dump everything into crit hit chance. Once I get the Econ set, at least the 5-piece, and I start running that full time, I probably will switch this to cooldown reduction, then crit chance, then damage, then attack speed last. Looking at my defense, I pretty much always go this way. Resist all first, followed by armor, followed by life, and then life regen. I really just like going with resist all first. For utility, this one's pretty much more of an opinion-based slot. I really like going for resource cost reduction first. Then I'd probably go life on hit, area damage, and gold find last. So taking a look, that's pretty much my character as it is right now. Here in probably the next few days, I will be doing a gameplay only video showing my damage output in T4 and letting you see that, Shield Bash is actually pretty strong right now. Um, when I hit T6, of course, I'll probably have a different build. And of course, if the Blade of Prophecy ever drops, I'll have a different build entirely. But right now, this is my Season 2 Crusader. I'm also going to be doing a video on my Season 2 Monk, but that is just more to come. So like and comment below if you haven't. Subscribe also if you haven't. And just keep on watching. The videos will keep flowing.